My name is Idowu Otubusin, a.k.a. Slow Poison. I played for Niger Post Lagos, played for Shooting Stars Football Club of Ibadan. I played for the national team, Green Eagles of Nigeria. Yeah, I was born in Lagos, almost 79 years ago. My first school, primary school, was Oyigbo Methodist School. From there, I crossed over to St. Jude's School, same in Ebute Metta, where I finished my primary education. From there, I gained admission to Yaba Technical Institute, Yaba, which is today Yaba College of Technology. After finishing there, I got into the technology of it, that's the Yaba College of Technology. I gained admission into it. I did mechanical. A certified horologist, I am. I started the course at Yaba College of Tech. I finished up in Switzerland. After that, I worked with F. Steiner in Lagos. Meanwhile, while I was at school, I was playing football. So, when I started working with F. Steiner, I saw that the work is one way or the other disturbing my interest in football. So I have to resign and face football squarely. That is the beginning of my journey in football, in the higher realm. Football, I have been in it from my youth. I'm from primary school. And then we were living in Ebute Metta Ondo Street before we now moved to Shomolu. At Shomolu, we had a small field. Then we were not grown up enough to play the actual leather game, football. So we were then playing this ball they call felele. So I was so good. And people in my area, they so much loved me. It was there I got that name, Slow Poison, through one of my mates, I would say, though he didn't play so much football. That's Alhaji, now Alhaji Moshood Giwa. He's still living in Shomolu today. Reason for giving me that name, when he was trying to explain, he said, anytime we see you on the ball, no matter how difficult it is, you must score a goal. No matter how difficult, I will score a goal. So he now said, you are very poisonous, but very slow, your movement. That is how I got that name. People were saying that it was Anderson Okonkwo that gave me that name. No, it is not. It is not. From the felele side, we graduated to football. My first game of football that I played in my life was at Idowu Orthopedic Hospital football field. They had a standard football field. Then there. That was the place I played my first. It was organized. Then, boys from Shomolu side and boys from Idowu side. That is how myself and Mudalawa came together. It was there we knew ourselves. And the friendship started from there. I never knew they were still coming to play together there in the national team. Again. So that's where the football, actual football playing started. Through that period, we were playing, I was in the school. But people do come to hire us to play mercenaries for teams of those days. See, like Goshok, GBO, and all these things to play in the IFA, not IFA, Lagos State Football, as LAFA Division 3 or 4. We just play football to enjoy ourselves. We were not playing for money there. But we never knew we are planting something for ourselves. From there, when I got to Yaba College of Technology, I started playing for Niger Post Football Club. I was recruited to Niger Post Football Club. There, I was spotted by Chief Lekon Salami, late Chief Lekon Salami. He had a company in Lagos. He was based in Lagos then, the Laba factory at Ikeja. That's what he was managing seriously there. Then he was a staunch supporter of stationery stores because he's a friend to Chief Adebayo. So they are always coming to Unicon Stadium. Not Unicon of today, then Unicon, beautiful stadium. They were coming to see Lagos Ladefa League. So the man spotted me that this guy, I will take him down to WNDC. Then that's so to get across to me, he could not. But when fate we have it, while I was playing for Niger Post, I was coaching vegetable oils company. They have a team at Ojota. The company is still there, owned by Western State government. So the team manager of that, the engineer, and the team manager of that club is an Ibadan man. Then one day he approached me and said, "Coach, come and play for us in Ibadan." I said, how come? I will come to Ibadan. I'm enjoying myself in Lagos. He said, "No, you must come to Ibadan." He said, what he will do is, he will meet Chief Lekon Salami and he will tell him, yes, he has seen me and he has spoken with me. So one day he just took me there and the man said, "Look, I've been looking for you. For a long time I've been looking for you. Now it is you now that will walk with your 2 legs into my office. Tomorrow morning, pack your loads, go to Ibadan. Meet Coach Ayo Adeniji." That was all. So when I got to my club, my shooting stars, Niger Post. I was playing for Niger Post, coaching that team. So I went to my team manager in Niger Post because I was somebody they relied so much on in that team. So when I got back there, his name is Mr. Gundari. I told him, Oga, I will likely leave your club. Oh, I'm sorry. These people are calling. They are looking for me. Oh. What do I do? And I'm not willing to go. He said, no. He said, no, you must go. He said, you must go because it's a progress in your life. You have to go. I said, you mean it? Are you not annoyed? He said, no. We are happy that you have been lifted up. That was how I got to Ibadan. So getting to Ibadan, I never knew the arrangement was for me to go into the state team they were forming then. That is Spitfire. Spitfire. The state was trying to form a team for the state. So when I got to Ibadan, I reported at Liberty Stadium. I saw Coach Baba Diniji of late memory. And he loved me. I was the few training sessions I have with them. The man saw that my standard was too high for that team. He said my standard was too high. Because anytime we play, those who are playing on my side, I even coached them. Then one day he shouted on me, look, Mr. Man, Mr. Lagos man, CeeLo, you are here to play, not to coach. So he said, you are here to play, not to coach. So he now arranged a game and he invited all the sports council big wigs, Chief Salami too, the clubs, they all sat down. We were on the pitch, we were playing. After the game, he told Chief Salami that, look, this man, I don't need him in my team. He's too big. But don't allow him to go back to Lagos. Say, Coach, Chief, I am advising you. Don't allow him to go back to Lagos. Second into Shooting Stars. That was how I got into Shooting Stars in 1974. On getting to Shooting Stars, I was doing my best at training. I am not to judge myself, not to compare myself to others that I met there. Though I met good players there. But I was doing my best. And I know with what I met on ground, I am okay to be in that team, to play in the first 11 of that team. But my coach then wasn't seeing all this in me, somehow. So I was a permanent reserve player. For the first 4-5 months, I was there. I was a permanent, anywhere we're going, permanent reserve. Anywhere you're going, permanent reserve. So it got to a point. I was in the midst of my co-players. Ṣẹ́gun Adégbàmí, Múdà Lawal, Láṣebíkan, Kúnlé Awésò, and one other chap. Then I announced to all of them, that look, I am going back to Lagos. I'm leaving you because I've not been given a chance to play in the first. All of them were shocked. I said, why? How can you say that? No. And it's only one of them is late now, Lemila Shibiko, who confronted me, said, look, your chance will come. When your chance comes, you see that you hold that place. That's all. Don't go anywhere. You are with us. Because all of them, we love each other. I won't say they love, we love each other. We are just like one family. So I accepted what he said. So what happened? That was the year we were preparing for the Cup Winners' Cup that we won. I'm talking of 1975 now. What happened? They brought Alan Hawks, our European coach. They brought him. The night he landed in Nigeria, they arranged a match to welcome him at Liberty Stadium. When we found out, I was the same permanent reserve. So the man was sitting opposite of the field. Yeah. Immediately we entered onto the pitch. I just pulled off my shoes, the two shoes, and I relaxed, ready to watch a good game. That was a game against Accra Hearts of Oak, a big team, an international game. We started the game. We were 2 goals down. 2 goals down. This Lekon Salami sitting down with top government people. They were sitting down in state box. The man had to stand up. He came to the reserve bench. He called a coach, Josie Lad. Said, Josie, you sit down, you are watching. Your boys are losing. You must do something now. Unfortunately for one of the players, a Ghanaian, Sam Saka, is late now. Unfortunately for him, he had off day. It was just like that. Then they have to pull him out. The man said, the coach now came to me. Say, hey, Baba Jebu, warm up. I pretended as if I didn't hear him. Honestly. He said it the first time. Second time, he went and sat down. It was then I relaxed. I threw my head back on my seat. He came again and said, I've just told you, go and warm up. What's the problem with you? I now see it. How is it me that you now look up to rescue the team? Me that cannot play, that's not a regular in local leagues, in national leagues, in Challenge Cup. So reluctantly, I just put my shoes on. I warmed up. People hear me slow. We went there. As I entered, I reorganized my whole defense. I reorganized them. The boy who was tormenting our defense, I instructed one of my boys, that is late Folonso Gambari. I told him, get hold of him. Don't leave him. That was how. End of the game, we played 2-2. Then my captain came to me, said, you are wonderful. From today, you'll be number 1.
What position were you playing?
I was playing center defense. I was the general there in the defense. So I would dish instructions. When on the pitch, I am not the official captain, but I'm the captain. I'm also the coach. Because I dish out instructions. Take him, don't allow him, cover him. We talk. Myself and Best, we talk. Best will communicate with me, I'll communicate with everybody. That was how we ended the game 2-2. The following day, Alan Horst called me into his office. The question he asked me only one question. When have you been playing for this team? That was the question he asked me. I told him, this is my first game. The game of yesterday was my first game. The man laughed. The man was shocked. I said, how come? I said, it's my first game. I've been in the team for some months now, but this is my first game. Say, no, slow, no. From today, when I make my list, your name will come number 1. That was how I started playing for Shooting Stars irregular. So throughout our campaign in the Winners' Cup, Baba a.k.a. the then Director of Sports at the National Sports Commission, they were trying to reform the national team then. No. All these people, these firemen and all the old people, they want the man wanted a new national team. So he now went to Yugoslavia and he recruited 7 coaches. He recruited 7 coaches. He brought them to Nigeria. Buba was the head coach. Then he distributed the rest coaches to the 6 geological zones of Nigeria. In our zone here, we have Rocky. That's our coach we have here. This late, our national coach then, Bonfrijo, is it Bonfrijo? No. Falatico. Falatico was in the Eastern Zone. He was in the Eastern Zone. So each coach raised a team from his zone. I'm not saying how I got into the national team. Raised a team from his zone. And we now all assemble at National Stadium. We all assembled there to play. We played against ourselves. That was how we were picked. Nobody was picked through writing. Hey, go and give the coach. Go and, no. Play your game. Let people see. So all the coaches were sitting, all the national coaches were sitting down. So they were the judges. So they pick. As we are playing, they are taking. As we are playing, they are picking their players. So we spent about 1 week in Lagos We were playing every day. So after the competition, they now picked possible and probables. Possible and probables. So we now played the final game, and they picked the 30 out of us. They picked 30. That was how I came into the national team. So we were the team that went to Ethiopia for the 10th Nations Cup. For the 10th Nations Cup in 1976 or so. 75, 76 or so. And the first team to win a medal for the country in Nations Cup. They won bronze. But the first team to win the medal. So that was why I said we are the yes of this national team we are. But after our own this thing, we won the Nations Cup. Also in 1980. See. But after 1980, see, we were doing something good because we were having good coaches then handling the national team. You see, how Father Tiko came to be the national team coach. He was not supposed to. They were supposed to work together with the rest coaches and the Oga Buba. But he bypassed them. You get me? And that man, that Buba, with annoyance, he resigned his and he went back. When he went back, the rest followed because he was the one who brought them. They followed. It was only Father Tiko that stayed back. That was how he became the national team coach. You see, he had his way. The man left. So we were there. After that cup, we were still playing. We were in the African Cup Winners' Cup. It was during that period. He was to reassemble the national team. Then he dropped my name. My name and some other people's name. Like Ojebode. I think some other names I can't remember from my own team here at Shooting Stars. Then he replaced us with boys from Rangers because he was in that zone. So we played Kenya Berries here, and everybody saw late Tando. These are good people. They were here in Ibadan, River Stadium, to watch the match. Then after the match, they called him. They said, the names you sent to us, this man's name is not there. And what we are seeing him playing here now, he doesn't deserve that. He could not explain. He has to recall me again. But at the end of the day, he sent me out of there. That was why I could not be in that team of 1980. Everything was happening in 1979. That's the thing. it was a nice experience, honestly. Nice experience. After the Nations Cup, that one we played, yes, 80 something, 83, 84. I hung my boot. Then I came into coaching. Immediately I hung my boots, I was the Assistant General Secretary to my club, Shooting Stars. There was the game we lost to Zamalek in Lagos, the second leg, which, we lost to Zamalek. That's club champions that year. I think 84, 84. Then this man, the governor of the state, now disbanded the team. He disbanded the team. That is how I now left Shooting Stars there. He sacked every one of us. He sacked us. That is how I left Shooting Stars. It has, living in Shooting Stars, going to coaching, I started, I've traveled wide and far. I was in the NACB, Kaduna, NYSC, Abuja, North Bury, former Raka Rovers of Kano, Lagos United.
You are listening to a Legbete TV radio.